Hi everybody. Tonight it's Bruce cooking. Both Susan and I like to cook in the kitchen and we like to experiment a lot, and I came up with a little bit of a green bean that's so simple and so easy, and I'm telling you, it's the most flavorful green bean you'll ever have. You'll never do it any other way. So I'm just using tonight just a 12-ounce pack of green beans, and I'm going to just give them a real rough cut. And while you're cutting these, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. If you do not have a pan that's got a metal handle, get one, because there's so many things you can do in the oven that you would not want to do necessarily on the stovetop, and you need a metal handle pan to do that. About 2-3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now our pan looks a little dirty because we had some bacon this morning, so I'm just going ahead and leaving the olive oil in the bacon. And just stick your green beans in the pan. And you're just starting to get just a little bit of a sear on it. Now the spices that I'm using, and the secret element is basically mustard seed. Most people would never think about putting this in green beans, but it gives it such a tang that it's amazing how flavorful it makes it. So just a small sample mustard seed. I'm using the pot and bean everyday blend as my primary spice. And a few twists of the pot and bean. Salt and pepper, of course, a staple for pretty much any dish. A small amount of salt. And then black pepper. And then just a very small dash of coriander. Just a pinch. A small pinch of cumin, which gives it kind of an earthy taste, a little bit of an earthy taste in the green beans. And I even shorten it by using garlic powder instead of regular garlic. And all we do is we just toss these. Now, if you don't have a metal pan, you can do this stovetop, but you'll want a lid because you'll want to go ahead and cook the green beans on low heat so you don't burn them. And you'll want the steam to help steam the green beans. We just stick it in the oven for 20-25 minutes, and what it does is it basically gets the green beans nice and tender, and then we finish it on top of the stove. And surprisingly, guys, that's it. Just try this and see how it tastes. We're going to put this in the oven for approximately 20 to 25 minutes, and they'll be ready to eat. Okay, so we cooked the beans for 10 minutes. And we then added some chopped almonds. Usually I use cashews, but we don't have any cashews this evening. So I'm finishing it off on top of the stove. Make sure though, if you pull it out of the oven, that you make sure you cover the handle, because the handle obviously is very hot. So we're gonna finish it on a stove on high heat with just a little lemon zest. Just a little lemon zest. I usually use a little as dill, lemon, salt, but you can just use regular dill if you want. This is just a little shortcut. If you don't have it, just use regular dill, a little more salt. And then about a quarter of a cup of tomatoes.
What kind of tomato did you use?
I don't know. You bought them.
Cherry tomatoes. And just quarter them.
Yeah, little cherry tomatoes. Okay, then just stir this up. Let it heat up a little bit. What we're doing is trying to caramelize a little bit of the oil and stuff on the beans. So we're going to do this for about 2 minutes, and then we'll show you the finished product. There's the finished product. 2 minutes on the stove, high heat. Just go ahead and continue to stir them so that we get some of the caramelization on the onions. And just to finish it, on the beans, just to finish it, just a little bit of parsley I'm throwing on top from our garden that we have. There you go.